Hey y'all, and welcome back to my little series of my mostly thrifted home room tours. I'm taking you through each room in detail. We're touring that room and I'm showing you how I have styled my home with mostly thrifted items. So today we're going to be in my hallway. I know what you're thinking. A whole video dedicated just to your hallway? Why, yes. My hallway, I treat it as another room in our home, and I have decorated it as such, and I just absolutely love it. And everything you're gonna see today, the majority of it is thrifted, or it was either given to me, stuff I had. There's a few pieces I've picked up at Hobby Lobby or different places, but the majority of it, like 95% of it, is thrifted or given to me. And I hope you enjoy this. I do have a complete playlist that I've made. So if you've missed any of the videos so far, you can go back and watch them, and I'll be putting all these videos into that playlist, so it'll be all in one spot for you. So without further ado, let's get to touring my hallway. So here's my hallway. It's a fairly large hallway. It's wide, and then it opens up at the end of the hallway down there by the mirror. And I have always decorated this hallway as another room in my home. And you will see as we go along this tour how I have decorated my hallway with mostly thrifted items. So I'm gonna get in front of this wall right here, and I will show you and talk you through it and let you know what is thrifted and what was given to me. Okay, so I'm standing in the hallway. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's not really this gold in person, but on this wall, the majority of what you see is thrifted or was given to me. So we'll start with a shelf. I made it. James taught me how. So with his assistance, I made the shelf. And I wanted a shelf here with pegs so I could put like this wreath on it, which came from Hobby Lobby, to kind of disguise the thermostat and all that stuff that we have to have. I thrifted the copper mug and the bells. Everything on the shelf is actually thrifted, except the fern, the plant that the flag is in, and the little piece of greenery, and that plate. That plate was given to me by my mother. I believed it belonged to my great-grandmother, and the greenery was from Hobby Lobby. Now, I did do some antique wax on the pot that the greenery is in because it was a white pot, and it was just too white. So I toned it down with some wax, and I really like that. The sconce is a thrifted item. The candle is actually from Amazon. I did thrift some like that, but that one is actually from Amazon. I got a 6-pack of them, and I DIY'd or thrift flipped that sconce and made it my own. The frame was actually given to me by my mother. It had a different chicken print in it that I just didn't really care for, so I purchased this one off of Etsy and had it framed and matted, and I used I used the existing frame. Then these little frames were thrifted. I painted them black. Again, purchased some prints off of Etsy, and there you have it. That's what that wall looks like. Now this basket here, this iron basket or metal basket was given to me by my mother. That quilt is one of my great-grandmother's, and this other piece is a tablecloth that is beautiful, and it was sent to me, and I love it. So I kind of rolled it up and stuck it in here to add some softness to the basket. This rug is a Goodwill find. Love it. It's a very nice size rug, and believe it or not, it does catch a lot of debris from coming in and out of the garage. We come in and out from that way, and the sawdust and everything, I have to have a rug here, and I really like this one. This little cabinet is a thrift find. It did not have a top on it. We did have to put a top on it, and I stained it. I took the doors off of the bottom and stained the inside of it to match the top, cleaned it up really well, and then put my old quilts that belonged to my great-grandmother in there. My mama gave those to me, and I love them. On top, just about everything is thrifted except a couple of items. This is actually from Cracker Barrel. I made this riser that this lamp is on. Then I thrifted this little copper plate and set it on there. It worked out perfectly. The lamp I've had for years. I purchased it at Goodies years ago. I have a pair of them. And then I did thrift that lampshade. Another fern from Hobby Lobby. Again, I did the wax on the pot because it was just too white. And everything else that you see there, thrifted. Above it, I have this old window frame that came from an old family friend of ours that come from his old home place up in North Mississippi, and I just absolutely love it. The wreath, thrifted, but the hydrangeas I did purchase from Hobby Lobby, and I can take them out, you know, as the seasons and put different ones in. The Home Sweet Home needlepoint piece above is a thrifted item. I did not thrift it, my mama did, and she gave it to me, and I love it. Okay, beside it is a piece that my mother also gave to me. That is a dolly that was made by my great-grandmother, and in this frame is a picture of my great-grandmother and my mother, a little grocery shopping list that my great-grandmother wrote, and then a picture of my great-grandmother in front of her house. That's Granny's mom. And I love it. I'm really thinking about, I may change out the frame to be a little more substantial. I've just been thinking about that, but I'm not sure. This is a thrifted frame and a print that I just printed off and put in there, and I love it. It's beautiful. And then this rocking chair is thrifted. That pillow cover is from Amazon. This little fabric piece is a thrifted find, and then another one of my vintage quilts from my great-grandmother. Just tons of history, and I'm all about that. Now at the end of my hallway, this little cabinet table was given to me for free. The phone was given to me. The dollies are thrifted. The little birds are from Hobby Lobby, but I did put antique wax on them just to kind of age them up a little bit. The nest was given to me by a friend. The little plate is thrifted. I have a little pot in here that I kind of thrifted. It was a hunter green, and I'd used some mineral, I think it's called mineral or something like that, spray paint on it. Then I just stuck it in this pot. The fern is thrifted. I mean, not thrifted, I'm sorry. The fern and the olive tree from Hobby Lobby. And I got this on super clearance. I'm talking it was probably a couple dollars. And the old book is thrifted. This mirror is a Facebook marketplace find. It is so heavy, y'all, and it is so old. I love it so much. The lady I bought it from was just a doll. And then my mother gave me that. Faith is not believing that God can, it's knowing that God will. I'm all about that, y'all. Over our head is this beauty. I bought this from Habitat for Humanity for $5, y'all. This beautiful chandelier was probably in somebody's kitchen, and they were making it over, and they got rid of it. And I love it so much. It also inspired the other light right there. Let me get a close-up. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's that little milk glass hobnail. I thrifted that about a year and a half later. I did have to buy the light kit from Lowe's and the medallion, and then I used my copper rub and buff on the light kit so it would kind of match the chandelier, and we put it up there, and I love it. And I hated those lights that were originally here. They were the boob lights, we call them. Anyway, I think it just goes so well together, and you just can't beat it, y'all. And I had the perfect spot, because my hallway does like an octagon shape at the end, and this was the perfect location for the chandelier. Now on this wall behind where I was just at, that is a thrifted candle holder. Those are thrifted candles that I just painted olive green, and then a thrifted frame that I just put a picture of James and myself in. And there you go. This beauty was given to me free. I know, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it so much, and I have filled it up with thrifted goodies. But first we're gonna start at the top. So above it, this beautiful needlepoint piece, thrifted. This vase with the greenery was part of a marketplace buy. It was all grouped together. The chicken is Hobby Lobby. The greenery in front of the chicken is Hobby Lobby. And then that is a thrifted frame with my daughter and my granny. And I love it. To the side now, this is a little thrifted frame that I did add some antique wax to just richen it up, and I changed out the print in it. And then this clock was given to me. It does work. I just need to put batteries in it. Now, this is the beautiful piece. Y'all, I just love it. So I'm gonna open the door and we're gonna take a closer look inside and I'll tell you where everything came from. Okay, top shelf. Thrifted plates, thrifted pitcher. The tulips come from the Target dollar spot. Book is thrifted, dolly is thrifted, and this little Eiffel Tower I found under the house, our old little house in George County. And then the first year we lived here, I found this one when I took a walk in the neighborhood. I mean, do y'all think the Lord's trying to tell me I need to go to Paris? Second shelf, all thrifted, except for that picture. My mother gave it to me, but she thrifted it. Books thrifted. This cute little wood piece with the hand painted church on it, thrifted. This is thrifted. All of that is thrifted, and the candle is thrifted. It does come on a timer. Now this greenery, you'll notice, is part of that wreath that fell out, and I just kind of stuck it there. I like the way it looks. Bottom shelf. This little chicken, have no idea where I got it from, but I love it. My favorite picture of me and Delana in a thrifted frame. That Faith print I bought years ago. Thrifted frame with James and the grandbabies in it. Thrifted Belle, thrifted frame with James and I in it. And then my mama gave me this little picture of her with me and my brother. Look at yours truly. And then, I don't know where I got that little plant. I've had it for so long. And then this is a marble I found under the house where we lived in George County. This is from Cody and Sarah's wedding. This was on mine and James's wedding cake. And then I have a piece from Delana's wedding back there. And a little mini dolly. And that is what this looks like. Now, do y'all see that there's a light up there? Yes, it does work. The problem is I do not have an outlet to plug it into. So my deal is I want to hire an electrician to come out and add me an outlet, you know, behind here, right in here somewhere. And then I also want one down here. They didn't have an outlet there. And I think, you know, I would like a lamp there maybe sometime to kind of change it up, you know? But this is my thrifted hallway. I love it so much. As you can clearly tell, I have it decorated for summer. All of this will change in the fall, and that is really when I bring out all the coppers and the golds and the browns and the richness. And y'all, I honestly am so excited for that. That is when, in my opinion, this haul just comes to life. It's beautiful. And I just cannot wait to decorate this beautiful hallway for fall. Yes, I'm already thinking about fall. What do you think? Now, disclaimer, none of this happened overnight. When you are thrifting your home, you have to be patient. You can have a vision, and then you can kind of know what to look for when you're out thrifting. And that's kind of what I've done. This has kind of just evolved over the past few years. It's not been just go to the box store, buy everything, come home, set it up, design it, and it's done. It's not like that with thrifting. It's a process. So I encourage you to enjoy the process. It's a fun process for me. And you don't have to have a whole lot of money. It can be done on a very tight budget. And that's what I love too. You can have an expensive looking home. You can have a curated home that fits your style and your design and just speaks you on a very tight budget with thrifting. And I hope you've got some ideas. I hope this encourages you to hit your thrift stores and to decorate your home in the way you want to decorate it, not what trends and styles and people say you have to do. I think our home should reflect who we are and how we feel and how we use the space. I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.